into the diner this morning out of habit, not intention. The bell above the door chimed the same familiar note that once made you turn your head and smile at me from the corner booth. The place looked the same, but it felt different without you sitting there stirring sugar into your coffee. The waitress asked if I wanted the usual, and before I could stop myself I nodded as if my body remembered what my mind keeps trying to forget. She brought 2 cups instead of 1, like she could sense the ghost sitting across from me. Steam rose from the cup in slow curls, and for a moment I could almost hear you humming softly like you always did when you were thinking deeply about something small and beautiful. Watch the front door, expecting you to walk in, brushing the coat off your jacket with that tired smile of yours. But minutes passed, and all I felt was the ache of waiting. I kept my hands wrapped around the mug, trying to hold warmth long enough to quiet the ache inside my chest. The diner noise hummed around me, forks clinking, conversations drifting, but none of it sounded like home without your voice. I left a tip by the empty cup across from me. A silly gesture maybe, but walking away from that booth felt like walking away from the last place where we were still us. There is an old willow tree at the edge of the pasture where we used to rest on hot summer days. The branches hung low like they were trying to touch the earth, and the shade beneath them felt like a small world built just for us. You always said the willow was wise, that it bent with the storm but never broke. You used to run your fingers along the bark and tell me people needed to be more like that tree, willing to sway without losing themselves. I listened, but I did not truly understand until much later. I went back there today and the grass was taller, the leaves thicker, the world quieter. When the wind blew, the branches swayed in a slow dance, and for a moment it felt like the tree itself remembered our laughter. I sat in the dirt with my back against the trunk and closed my eyes, letting the wind brush against my face like a memory, trying to comfort me. people still stand strong. I wish I could say the same about us. I broke when I should have been. I held too tightly when I should have listened. And by the time I realized it, you were already walking away toward a future where I did not know how to follow. If you ever need a place to rest, the willow still knows our names. Storm clouds rolled in across the open fields just before dusk, turning the sky into a deep shade of gray. I stood on the porch watching the first drops fall, letting them hit my arms and face like a long overdue confession. You always loved the rain. You said it washed away the noise of the world and made everything feel honest for a little while. Whenever a storm came, you would pull me outside, insisting that some things were meant to be felt. Now I'd watch from behind glass. Tonight I stepped out into the rain and alone. The cold soaked through my shirt and into my bones, reminding me how quietly heartbreak settles in a person. The wind pushed against me like it was trying to speak in a language only the ache can understand. Lightning flashed across the sky, revealing the empty yard where you once danced barefoot in the puddles. I could almost hear your laughter, carried by the thunder. I closed my eyes and tried to imagine you there, twirling with your arms spread as if inviting the whole world to breathe with you. The storm passed slowly, and when it was gone, the air felt cleaner, lighter. But inside me the storm stayed, quiet and steady, like a truth I cannot escape. I walked back to the porch drenched, wishing the rain could wash away the distance between us, the way it washed the dust from the road. Storm clouds rolled in across the open fields just before dusk, turning the sky into a deep shade of gray. I stood on the porch watching the first drops fall, letting them hit my arms and face like a long overdue confession. You always loved the rain. You said it washed away the noise of the world and made everything feel honest for a little while. Whenever a storm came, you would pull me outside, insisting that some things were meant to be felt, not watched from behind glass. Tonight I stepped out into the rain alone, the cold soaked through my shirt and into my bones, reminding me how quietly heartbreak settles in a person. The wind pushed against me like it was trying to speak in a language only the ache can understand. Lightning flashed across the sky, revealing the empty yard where you once danced, barefoot in the puddles. I could almost hear your laughter. Carried by the thunder, I closed my eyes and tried to imagine you there, twirling with your arms spread as if inviting the whole world to breathe with you. The storm passed slowly, and when it was gone, the air felt cleaner, lighter. But inside me the storm stayed, quiet and steady, like a truth I cannot escape. I walked back to the porch drenched, wishing the rain could wash away the distance between us, the way it washed the dust from the road.
The old fairground sits empty at the edge of town. Its wooden stalls leaning like memories tired of holding themselves up. I walk through the quiet aisles today, kicking at loose gravel, and listen to the echo of footsteps that should have been ours. You loved the fair more than anyone I had ever met. You said it made you feel like a kid again, like you were allowed to dream without rules. You dragged me from booth to booth, laughing at the crooked games, tugging my hand like you were afraid I would slip away. I watched you ride the Ferris wheel with your hair blowing wild in the wind. You looked down at me with that fearless smile, the one that always seemed to carry the whole world inside it. You waved like the distance between us was nothing, like you believed anything could stay forever if we held on tight enough. Today I stood beneath that same Ferris wheel. The seats were still swaying gently in the soft afternoon breeze. I pressed my hand against one of the cold metal bars and felt the warmth of a memory fight its way through. For a moment I let myself imagine your laughter. You're rising above the carnival music, the sound of your voice calling my name. The fair moved on after you left, packing its colors and lights into trucks that headed down long highways. But the ghosts of our summers stayed behind. I walked across the fairground slowly, letting each step carry a truth I had avoided for too long. Love needs more than nostalgia. It needs presence. And I was not there when you needed me most. If that Ferris wheel ever spins again, I hope you are riding in the highest seat, smiling the way you used to, untouched by the weight of what we lost.
Night settles over the valley in a slow, quiet way, bringing with it the scent of pine and the distant hum of crickets, starting their evening chorus. I sit on the tailgate of my truck, staring at the silhouette of the hills where we used to watch the sunset melt into gold. You always said the best conversations happened after dark, when the world grew softer and people stopped pretending. And we would talk for hours about everything we feared and everything we hoped, letting our truths drift in the warm night air without shame. I can still hear your voice if I let my mind wander far enough. I can still feel the lightness in your laughter when you leaned your head on my shoulder and told me that some nights were meant to be kept like secrets in the heart. But time has a way of changing landscapes. The hills where we used to sit has grown wild with weeds, and the sky feels bigger now, as if trying to swallow the parts of me that still belong to you. I looked up tonight and saw a shooting star streak across the dark, leaving behind a trail of silver. You would have closed your eyes and made a wish before the light faded. I whispered one, two, quietly, afraid the night might judge me. I wish for the chance to tell you the things I kept buried. I wish for one more evening where our words could drift freely again. I wish for your head resting lightly against my shoulder, the way it did when everything felt possible. The star disappeared and the night returned to stillness. I stayed there on the tailgate, hoping that somewhere you felt the sky trying to speak to you too.
There is a river past the open fields, where the water moves slow and steady, carving its way through the rocks with more patience than I have ever known. We used to walk along its banks when the world felt too heavy, letting the rhythm of the water run out the tension from our lives. You would skip stones across the surface, counting how many times they bounced before sinking. You always beat me, no matter how hard I tried. You said it was not about strength, but about knowing the right angle, about timing and trust. I laughed then, not realizing how much truth lived in those simple words. I walked to the river today, stood on the same patch of earth where we once planned a future too big for our understanding. The water flowed the same as it always had, unbothered by the years that had passed, or the distance between who we were and who we became. I knelt and picked up a flat stone, smooth and cool in my hand. I tried to skip it the way you taught me, but it sank with a single splash. I watched the ripples travel outward until they faded into the calm. It felt like a small confession, like the river understood. But I could not say out loud I'd spent so long trying to force life to bend to my will, forgetting that some things only stay afloat when you let them go gently. I sat beside the water and let my thoughts drift downstream. For the first time in a long while, I felt the weight inside my chest loosen. If you ever return to this river, you will find that it still knows our footsteps. And maybe, if the timing is right, it will carry our memories back to us the way only water can.
There is a stretch of highway west of town where the road straightens out for miles, cutting through the open plains like a line drawn between what we used to be and what we became. I drove that road today with the windows down, letting the warm wind tangle my thoughts, the way it used to tangle your hair when you sat beside me, humming along to the radio. You always loved the wide open spaces. You said they felt honest and forgiving, places where a person could breathe without the noise of expectations, pressing in from every side Sometimes you would rest your bare feet on the dashboard and close your eyes, telling me you felt lighter the farther we drove from the city lights. I saw a storm building far off on the horizon, the kind of slow rolling storm you used to admire. Dark clouds stacked like mountains in the distance, growing bigger with every mile. You would have told me to pull over so we could watch it move, so we could sit on the hood of the truck and feel the wind shift. So I pulled over alone, I leaned against the warm metal and watched the sky turn shades of charcoal and violet. The wind picked up, carrying the smell of rain and something else I could not name at first. Then I realized it was memory, rising like dust from the past. The first drops hit the asphalt with soft taps, spreading into tiny dark circles. I stayed until the rain grew heavy enough to blur the whole horizon. It felt like the sky was trying to talk, trying to say all the things we never said out loud. When the storm finally reached me, I let it soak through my clothes. You always said storms make people honest. Maybe that was why I whispered your name into the wind and let the rain hide the sound. The attic smells like cedar and old summers, a scent that brought me back to a version of myself I almost forgot existed. I climbed the narrow steps this afternoon with no real reason, only a feeling pulling at me like a quiet thread. Dust floated in the sunlight as I pushed open the wooden door, and something about that stillness made my chest tighten. I found the box we kept our memories in, not on purpose, but because it was the only one wrapped in twine, instead of tape, just the way you like things to be. Inside were the small fragments of us, the faded concert tickets from the night we sang louder than the crowd, the dried wildflower you tucked behind my ear during that long walk home, the postcards you sent me when you were away chasing a dream I did not understand back then. I picked up your old scarf, the one you wore every winter, no matter how frayed it became. Holding it felt like holding a piece of time that refused to move forward. I closed my eyes, and for a moment I could hear your voice drifting through the attic, soft soft and steady, saying my name the way you used to when you wanted me to look at you. The box held a photograph of us sitting on the back porch steps. You were laughing at something I had said, your head tilted back, your eyes bright with the kind of hope that comes from believing the world is big and generous. I studied that picture for a long time, wondering how two people who look so certain could drift so far apart. The attic felt smaller the longer I stayed, full of memories too large for the room. I put everything back carefully, tying the twine exactly the way you once did. Some stories are not meant to be forgotten, they are meant to be carried gently until the heart can understand them.
The orchard behind your family's farmhouse still stands quiet at the start of autumn, the branches bending under the weight of apples, glowing red in the soft evening light. I walk between those familiar rows today, letting the tall grass brush against my boots, the way it did when we were young and unsure of everything except each other. You used to run ahead of me, laughing as you tried to climb the smaller trees, insisting you were not afraid of falling. I followed you every time, keeping close enough to catch you just in case. You never fell, not once, but I still kept reaching out, hoping you would let me feel needed. We would sit together on the old wooden crate near the fence, sharing an apple and watching the sun sink behind the hills. You told me your dreams back then, the wild ones you never shared with anyone else. I listened as if every word was a promise, even though I did not yet understand how heavy promises could become. Today I found that same crate half buried in leaves. The wood was soft and worn, its edges chipped by weather and time. I sat on it and felt the weight of the years settle over me. The orchard smelled of sweet earth and quiet truths we never spoke. Picked an apple from the lowest branch and held it in my palm, turning it slowly, remembering how you used to bite right into the fruit before deciding if it was good enough. You said that life was like that too, that you had to taste it before judging it. I took a bite and let the crisp sweetness fill my mouth. For a moment, the memory of your laughter circled me like warm wind. If you ever wander back to this orchard, you will find that the trees still stand patient, waiting for someone brave enough to climb again.
The lighthouse on the cliff still stands tall against the wind. Its paint weathered and its stones cracked, but its light steady as ever. You love that lighthouse more than anyone could understand. You said it reminded you that even the loneliest things can guide others home. We used to climb the steep path leading up to it, your hand gripping mine as we laughed at how out of breath we always were before. Reaching the top, the ocean stretched out like a silver blanket beneath us, waves crashing against the rocks below in a rhythm older than any story we ever told. You would lean against the railing, your hair whipping in the salty wind, and tell me that the sea was a mirror for the heart. Calm some days, stormy on others, but always trying to find its way back to shore. I listened, but I did not understand the depth of what you meant until the day you left. I walk back there today with the same slow steps we used to take. The wind pushed at me like a firm reminder, and the gulls circled overhead, crying out with a sharpness that felt too familiar. When I reached the top, the lighthouse light swept across the ocean in a slow, patient arc. I leaned against the railing the way you once did. The sea was rough, waves breaking in long white lines. I felt the sting of the wind on my face and realized the ocean was telling the truth. You once tried to explain, some hearts are restless not because they want to leave, but because they are searching for a way to return home. Close my eyes and let the sound of the waves fill the empty spaces inside me. For a moment it felt like your voice was woven into the wind, reminding me that even distance has a rhythm, and sometimes love needs time to find its way home. The river town where you grew up has changed its face, but not its heartbeat. New shops line the main street, fresh paint brightens the storefronts, but beneath it all lies the same. slow rhythm that shaped your childhood. I visited today for the first time since you left, unsure what I hoped to find, but drawn by a quiet ache that refused to loosen. I walked past the bakery where your mother used to buy fresh bread every Saturday morning. The smell drifted out onto the sidewalk, and for a second I was 17 again, holding your hand and stealing a warm slice as soon as we stepped outside. You scolded me with a grin and made the whole world feel simple. Down by the riverbank, the dock has been rebuilt, stronger and cleaner than I remember. But the sound of the water against the wooden posts was exactly the same. You used to sit at the edge with your feet dangling just above the water, telling me about your dreams of sailing, even though neither of us had ever been on a real boat. I sat there today and let the breeze move through my hair, thinking about how you always said the river taught you patience. It flowed at its own pace, steady and unapologetic, even when the world changed around it. A couple walked by with a small child chasing dragonflies. Their laughter floated past me and stirred something deep in my chest. I wondered if somewhere you were laughing like that too, building a life with someone who saw your light the way I once did. The river town has changed and grown, but the part of it that belonged to you remains untouched. I left quietly, carrying the sound of the water with me, a reminder that some places stay loyal to memory, even when people cannot.
Cabin deep in the pines was our secret place, the one spot where the world felt far away and the noise of life faded into the soft hum of the forest. I hiked up the old trail today, pushing through brambles and low branches, following the faint path we wore to the earth years ago. When I reached the clearing, the cabin stood the same as always, a little crooked, a little weathered, but still stubbornly holding on. The wooden steps creaked as I climbed them, echoing with the memory of your footsteps beside mine. I opened the door and dust swirled through the narrow beam of light that spilled in behind me. Inside, everything was quiet. The small table where we played cards was still in the corner. The stone fireplace looked cold and gray without the glow of the flames you used to coax to life. I ran my fingers across the windowsill where we once left notes for each other, tiny confessions scribbled on torn paper.
Your handwriting still lingers on one of the old scraps, a faded message telling me you were proud of the man I was becoming. I stood there for a long time, reading it over and over until my throat tightened. We built that cabin on weekends, hauling lumber and dreams up the hillside. You said it would be a place for us to return to whenever the world felt too heavy. But the world changed faster than we expected, and we drifted apart before either of us realized what was happening. I swept the dust from the floor, opened the windows, and let the forest air drift inside. The scent of pine and earth filled the cabin, settling into the empty spaces like a soft reminder. As I left, I closed the door gently, promising myself I would come back. Some places deserve to be kept alive, even if the memories inside them carry both joy and ache.
Dusty road ahead, and a worn-out engine groans beneath my hands. I talk to the dashboard like an old friend, trying to keep me awake. Your letter-ride shotgun, its edges torn and yellow from time. You once said you would wait forever back. Forever felt simple. I chased far counties with a guitar and a grin, trading sleep for smoky bars and neon nights. Every town looked a little like you, in the perfume and broken dreams. But every time the lights dimmed, I left with empty hands. The rearview mirror shows a man who tried to be more and failed. A boy who left home thinking time would wait. This dusty road home grows longer every mile. If love was a map, I would admit I am lost. Every mile between us feels like a sin. I planned it long ago. I drive on hoping the road still remembers my name. The radio crackles with an old country ballad about losing angels and chasing forgiveness. I roll the window down and let the night air wash through me. The stars above scatter like confessions over open sky. I thought I needed distance, thought I needed crowds and city lights. But sleep in strange motels and laughter from strangers could not replace your voice. Every waitress reminded me of your kindness, but none of them had your truth. So I turned the wheel toward home, where your memory is stronger than the mistakes I made. The dawn breaks as your mailbox appears in the haze. My hands shake as I park by the old fence line. Flowers sit on your windowsill, curtains half drawn. I whisper to the fading night,
hoping I'm not too late. This dusty road home has brought me back from everything I chased. If the door opens for me, I will never wander again. This dusty road home has brought me back from everything I chased. If the door opens for me, I will never wander again. Rain taps softly on the window like a drummer, keeping time with the ache inside my chest. I line up empty glasses on the table and watch the candle flicker as the night stretches on. Lipstick stain on that old coffee cup is fading, like every promise we ever tried to hold together. Your perfume lingers in the closet on a dress you never wore. I keep it hanging like a memory I am not ready to release. The clock keeps striking midnight, but the silence refuses to rest. I pour another drink and let the past rise up like smoke. Every drop burns like the night you walked away, sliding down the glass like tears I never allowed myself to cry. Whiskey on the window crying with me tonight. Every raindrop blurs the light and wipes away the world we built. Your shadow walks the hallway but disappears when dawn comes. Whiskey on the window and the love we had long gone. I tried to read the Bible to find peace, but forgiveness felt too heavy to understand. Every verse turned into a reminder of the man I was not strong enough to be. I chased music and neon lights and left you standing alone. Now strangers in the jukebox sing the words I should have spoken to you. I hear your laughter in the thunder and see your eyes in every storm. This empty house grows colder even though the whiskey keeps me warm. Whiskey on the window crying with me tonight. Every raindrop blurs the light and wipes away the world we knew. If you are out there under a softer sky, I know a fool sits here wondering why.
I left my old boots on the porch with red dust on every seam. Every mile I drove was chasing some half-broken dream. Your laughter rolled beside me like a song on late-night radio, but now it is only the screen door creaking where your shadow used to go. The cedar rail is leaning like my tired, crooked spine.
I still set 2 plates at dinner like you were still mine. Your picture in the hallway has the glass a little cracked. I swear I hear you in the kitchen, but it is only the past walking back. Neighbors say I should move on and sell this house and sell that truck, but love is like an old stray dog that does not care about bad luck. These boots still wait for you like a letter I never sent. If you ever change your mind, come home, my old boots and I are alone. Every scratch and scar in the leather knows the miles we walked together. If your heart ever wanders back to where it once belonged, you will find my old boots on the porch with the light still on. I keep your faded denim jacket hanging by the bedroom door. Sometimes I hold it to my chest like it could love me like before. The wind rolls through the cotton fields, whispering your first name. I pour a drink from my regrets and toast the man I never became. I could drive out to the city and chase the lights and chase the crowd, but my soul was born in silence under these country clouds. These boots still wait for you like a letter I never sent. If you ever change your mind, come home, my old boots and I are alone. Every scratch and scar in the leather knows the miles we walked together. If your heart ever wanders back to where it once belonged, you will find my old boots on the porch with the light still on. Maybe love is just a circle, like the rings inside a tree. You can cut it down to nothing, but the years still live in me. If fate ever guides you down this broken gravel road, you will hear the screen door open as I lay my heart down low. These boots still wait for you like a prayer the sky once knew. If you ever change your mind, come home, my old boots and I wait alone. There is a chair on the porch and a fire